Hi science students, welcome back. Today we're going to focus on physical and chemical changes. In elementary school, you talk about physical and chemical change, so this really is going to be a reminder for you. We'll briefly touch on what the definition or description of each of these is, and then I'm going to give you several different clues to look for when looking for a physical or a chemical change. Let's start with physical changes. So physical changes are going to occur when matter changes form but does not change its chemical identity. So let's write that down. I'm going to draw an arrow, and I'm using a red pen for this. Matter changes form, so it might change its state of matter or its shape, but it does not change its chemical identity. So if I'm looking for a chemical change to have occurred, what I should be looking for is taking an object like a sheet of paper and changing its shape or size. I might cut it, I might fold it up, I might crumple it into a ball. It's all still a sheet of paper, and although its size or shape has changed, it is still going to be the same piece of paper. The same goes for changing states of matter. So if I take an ice cube and I melt it down into water, it's still just water, whether it's a frozen ice cube or liquid water. All it's done is change its state of matter, but not change its chemical identity. So some clues to look for. I'm going to put a little star and I'm going to write changing state of matter. Solid, liquid, or gas. We know what those states of matter are. Dissolving is going to fall into our physical change category. So if it dissolves into water, like salt or sugar, as well as bending, crushing or mashing, mixing or blending, cutting or chopping. Oops. So when I'm thinking about physical change, I want to remember that the matter is going to change forms, but it's going to stay the same matter that it was. It's not changing chemically in any way. So let's jump over to chemical change. So chemical change is going to be a chemical reaction is going to happen, and the matter is going to change chemical form and create new products. So chemical reaction forms new products. There are several indicators of chemical change as well. So let's write some of those down. So if I have odor change, the smell of my matter changes, that's an indicator of a chemical change, as well as gas formation. If it creates a gas, not that it's changing from a liquid to a gas, but if a gas is emitted from my matter, I could guess that that's probably a chemical change. The same with making bubbles or fizzing. Those are going to be indicators of chemical change as well. Corrosion or rusting is going to be a chemical change. If a precipitate forms, which essentially is like the solid that sinks to the bottom of a liquid. Color change is a tricky one, but typically is an indicator of chemical change. Release of heat, so warming up. Creating light or light formation. And lastly, a change in temperature. So we already wrote releasing heat and releasing light, but it can also change in temperature to become colder or hotter. So I want us to write both, change in temperature. So as we head out into practice with physical and chemical change, I want you to really use this as a guide to assist you in identifying, is this a physical change where it's changing shape, but it's staying the same chemical identity? Or is this a chemical reaction where something brand new is being created? If you need to pause the video to write any of this down, please do so. If not, have a really great day. Bye-bye.